I feel that my foster child came to me for a reason. She could have been with any other foster parents, right? But she was with me, and I happen to be a professional in the area of special needs. What is the probability of that? Why do you want to raise a child that is not your own? Since young, I've always had a lot of love to give, and as I grew older, I began to volunteer a lot. But I always felt that volunteering wasn't exactly what I wanted. It didn't fulfill the void that I have until I came across fostering. So fostering is a temporary care of children who have no access to proper caregiving. So when I learned about what I could do as being a caregiver, like a full-time caregiver to a child that needs love, that was exactly what I knew I had to do. Initially, my husband wasn't with me on this matter, so there was kind of like some convincing to do. I showed him some article that I read. There was a husband and wife who were taking drugs in front of their 10-month-old child, and the mother was also pregnant. And of course, they were arrested by the police at one time. And that's it, the article ended there. So I went to ask my husband, have you ever thought what happened to the 10-month-old child? Then he was like, no. And I was like, yeah. What happened? Where is the child now? Then he was like, oh yeah, okay. Well, it went on a few times. So I always find articles that had this kind of situation in it, you know. So eventually, after, I would say a few months of convincing, he finally saw the point and he finally felt what I have been feeling. I signed up for fostering 2 years ago. Within 3 months of registering and going for our regular checkups, I got a child, a baby girl, a 1-year-old baby girl. Immediately, I liked her. Yeah, she's very adorable. So at a point of time when the foster child came, neither me nor the social worker knew that she had any special needs. As months gone by, I realized that she was a bit different from her peers. She was not looking me at the eye, she was not being able to hug me. So I started to bring this up to my social worker and say I need her to go for some checkups. Was it difficult to care for a foster child with special needs? It was definitely major adjustment period for us because she was crying at night, she was having nightmares, you know, she was screaming, and it really disturbed my husband's sleep. And my husband, he works shift, so I really understood the frustration he was facing at that point of time. I decided to put her in another room. So when I moved her to her own room, I realized that her crying lessened, and yeah, she could actually sleep through. Then I realized, oh, maybe the lights that I was having to her, because in our room, it was very dark. Like when she wakes up to darkness, she gets very scared, she started to cry. After a while, I would say about 2-3 weeks, she adjusted to her new environment and she slept through, yeah. So for my foster child, she deals with a lot of changes when she was a toddler. I believe that it has triggered her somehow. Whenever a stranger, like a social worker or even my extended family visit me, she will look at that and will start crying. I think maybe she's afraid that the stranger might take her away, maybe from past experiences of being removed. I always remind her, they're coming and see mommy, you are here with me, don't worry. I won't let anybody take you away from me, okay? We stay together, okay? She doesn't like to be around strangers and she doesn't like to go out. So I try to build activities around that, playing at home and having activities at home. So she really thrives on that. Routine is of course good for children, you know, but especially so for special needs children. Why routine? Routine make them feel safe, and that really helped me to deal with her easier. Have you ever thought of giving her up? Never. I feel that my foster child came to me for a reason. She could have been with any other foster parents, right? But she was with me, and I happen to be a professional in the area of special needs. What is the probability of that? So no, I would never thought of giving her up and having her adjust again to a new family. You know, this is a human life that we are talking about. She's not just like some toy that you throw it when you get tired of, you know. At the end of the day, what I want for her is to be able to be independent and fight for herself, you know, protect herself by the time she leaves me. You know, so whenever things get tough, always remind yourself why you're here in the first place. And just because things get tough, you choose the easier way out. I don't think anybody deserves to be treated like that. Are you not worried that your children will be jealous? Actually, they are very happy to have a playmate. More so for my second daughter, who is about 1.5 years older than her. She finally has a playmate of her age. And of course, playing mother. She is the co-carer. She's like, you know, the co-mom in this relationship. So she likes to copy what I do. Even until now, whenever my foster child leaves or go for classes, things like that, she will always say like, bye-bye, mommy. Bye-bye, mommy. Then I'll go, okay, bye-bye. Then I'll give her a hug. Then my second daughter will be, okay, be a good girl. Bye-bye. Then she will go over to my foster child as well and give her a hug. So never underestimate children. They understand the situation. They have the ability to understand the circumstances that we are in and ability to give love to someone who is not their own sibling. Yes. What is a moment with her that you won't forget? Well, I will never forget her little kisses. Like I said earlier on, my foster child wasn't able to express love. She never looks at me in the eye. She would never hug me back when I hug her. And then when I kiss her, she would just move away. So it's something not natural to her. Then one day, when I was at home, she woke up in the morning. My daughter was beside me saying, "Good morning, mommy," and kissed me. She looked at me and she came and hugged me and said, "Morning, mommy," and kissed me. Even though it was a very light kiss, it wasn't like a kiss, it was just like a peck, you know. Then I was like, yeah, and that happened during the lockdown. I think all those time together, she got to see her tete and how they treat me and how I treat them. And she just wanted to be part of us, you know, and she began to do that. My heart was so warm. I could feel the warm sensation inside that I couldn't believe it. And from then on, it became more frequent. Yeah, so she began to call out my name louder, like "Mommy," instead of just "Ma, ma, ma, ma," like that. Yes, so I could tell that I finally got to her. Yes.
How would you feel when she leaves your care one day?
I think that is the moment where every foster parent will feel most sad. Yes, to have them leave you and not sure when you're going to see them again. But after all, Singapore is such a small place, right? I'm sure our path will cross one day. But before she leaves me, I really hope that she will gain that independence. It will all be worth it. I just feel that it will all be worth it in the end. Just to see her walking out of that door, all independent and smiling, ready to rejoin back her family.